Okay, 30 minutes, 30 days. Welcome to 30 Minutes for 30 Days Enunciation Course with Nicholas. Do not look at my wonky eye. Because it's not looking at you. Because I can't see out of it. But I'm going to pick up where I left off. Where I left off last. That was the skills you will gain from my course. Alright, what you will gain is a skilled way of speaking. A motivation to put your words to work in repetition, which is key to learning. Maintaining focus on enunciation and pushing yourself to practice as much as possible. Since I will be doing it alongside you, the comfort and team motivation shall help you along the way. I aim to help you get rid of any speech problems, and a sense of someone who's actually pursuing the same path that you are on will aid you in sticking with it. That is a very important and helpful tool. Since I am your accountability buddy on this journey, we will be seeing this through together, and we will be perfecting our speech together as a couple, you and me. Just kidding, we're still celibate. But moving on. Next slide, please. The Fast Track Program. Okay. Behold, the Fast Track Program. This program is meant to accelerate my 30-day program. It's going to cut it in half. Only you are going to work harder daily. So instead of the 30-minute session, you are going to do 2 30-minute sessions, and it is going to be 60 minutes per day for 15 days. Did you hear that? 15 days. 60 minutes daily. So that is an hour of enunciation practice daily. Alright, that is going to be the Fast Track Program. And I've been doing this so where I can condense it all up in the most efficient way and fastest way I could possibly do it. So we're going to see how that works out. Because I am continuously doing this. Because I'm messing up. I'm starting over. I'm trying to get it all together and perfect it so I can serve it to you beautifully. Alright? Because I want you to experience all the benefits. And I don't want to cheapen myself out for you, okay? I want you to win. Win. I want you to win. I want you to rid yourself of that freaky deaky accent, alright? It may be fun in bed when you're playing Rub Me Down or whatever you want to play. And your whatever language you want to do it with. But look. This is not attractive. I'm just kidding. Your accent is not attractive. And I hate to say it, but not attractive. I'm just kidding. No, sometimes people are into accents. Actually, I like the British one. I do actually. I would like, I wouldn't mind a British accent. Because I just feel like they're just smarter than us, too. I think they might have an extra eye that they're not telling us about. And that one's covered. And that's making them super smart. But anyways, I like their accent, but I don't want to hear it all damn day. And I'm sure they don't want to hear mine. But in America, it is best to speak English. There, I said it. Because that is the native language here. Because we're in America, you're going to speak like an American. Alright? It goes like with the same for every other country. If I go to Iraq, I'm gonna speak whatever the fuck language they speak there. Alright? If I go to British, or if I go to Britain, I'm gonna speak... Oh wait, I'm going to speak English too, but I'm not going to have that freaky deaky accent, or I might try to, but who knows, maybe it will rub off on me too. My hair does that, yes, Madonna. I'm just kidding, I like Madonna a lot, I don't mean to pick on you. If I pick on you, by the way, if I pick on anybody, it's out of love, okay, and I do love Madonna, so, I love Mariah too, just like, a little bit more, but, I do love Madonna. Alright, so, yeah. And so I'm aware of these accents that they bring home with them. Alright, well, just flip and reverse engineer that, okay? And let's not do that. And let's come back to America and pick off on American speech, alright? Let's all speak English here. Alright? Or at least let us give ourselves the are you okay?
Yeah.
Let us give ourselves the luxury of being confident when we speak, okay? I'm not trying to rid your accent. I don't have a problem with your accent. If you don't have a problem with your accent, I don't have a problem with your accent, okay? But me, I have a problem with my speech, okay? And I do not like it, and I want it to improve, so I am improving it with this enunciation course. And I want the best for you guys, and sometimes it's hard to understand people with accents. I don't know how many times I have to say this, but it's hard to understand you guys sometimes. Just like it's hard to understand me sometimes, and that can put a damper on relationships in general. Period. Okay. I mean, not that it has put a damper on any one of my relationships, because I've even rubbed off on some accents here and there. Some accents, I mean, have rubbed off on me actually here and there. Even the Mexican one. Yes, it's true. I was just singing a song that said sugar in it. Azúcar! And I mixed it with a James Brown song. Now, it was my own little mix, alright? It was just like, wow! Azúcar! And so on and so on. But that's just me, and, you know, I will do that from time to time. What do you do? Okay, so let me just move on with this. Okay, the fast track program is 2 sessions of the 30-minute course for 15 days. So 2 sessions for 15 days. So that cuts it in half. Alright, now if you are enunciating and you are really trying and you are giving it your all, and you are remembering to enunciate, and you are applying this daily to outside of your enunciation classes, whenever somebody asks you, can you pass the salt, you're going to say, yes, I will pass the salt. Alright? And you are going to incorporate or integrate this in your everyday world. If somebody asks you something as far as, what will you be having today for dinner? Alright? You're going to answer them, and what if they say huh or what to you? Okay? Are you going to backhand them? Because I know you're going to want to. Especially with all this practice we're doing, you're going to want to backhand them. I would want to backhand them, and most of all, I would want to backhand you, because you are not improving, so you are not trying. You are going to have to apply yourself better, okay? Now you are going to have to up your game and go 120 minutes in 7 days. Alright, so, and then I will be very, very disappointed, because you should be improving your speech. That is why I don't get how people have been here almost since birth and they still have an accent. I'm like, does enunciation or speaking at all help? Is practicing this whole time you've been here not helping you at all? Like, is this accent here for good? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, so you at least gotta try. You must try. For your own good, you must try. And I'm not trying to change you. Or the way you speak, it's great. Sure, it's fine. Perfect. My friend, he can speak perfect English, and he's from somewhere else. Okay, and he does it very well actually. Except for once in a while, he misses certain words, but I could tell that he thinks about what he says before he says it. And he has a nice voice, and it comes out nice. But you can still sense it in him. I think it's just the way he looks. I don't know. But he's actually really good at speaking English, and he should be, because he's been here for God knows how long. But having an accent is going to damper your opportunities. I mean, I hate to say it, but it's true, because you want to deal with people who you can understand, ultimately. You want to hang around people who you can understand. You don't want to always tell them, huh? Or what did you say? What? Come again? And you don't always want to be doing that, and they don't always want to be hearing that. So you guys are just going to repel each other until you fix this problem. Alright? And when you fix this problem, you'll know that it's not you. You'll be confident enough to say, it's that bitch. She don't know how to listen. He don't listen, alright? So then you can say for sure that they don't listen, because you gave your all to speak correctly, and you enunciated every single word you said. and you practiced it, okay? You took the course, you jumped on board, you practiced it, you put me on mute, you read my captions, you did the best, and you became a better speaker than I am. Alright, then I should be embarrassed. Then you should backhand me a couple times.
Alexa, turn on Moonlight.
Alright, so think of this as work. The more you work, the more you are rewarded, okay? And the reward will be no more misunderstandings, no more never minds, no more shame that you spoke too fast, no more questioning whether or not they understood you because they had an ugly look on their face when you stopped talking. Like a confused look, because as far as you know, you are laying down your words like the law. And if they're looking at you confused, you're like waiting for their response. Like, are you surprised that I spoke clearly? Or I'm like waiting for you to come in. Let me see your fucking turn. It's your fucking turn, alright? So this is good, solid practice at a skill. A communication skill that you will master if you just do it. Just fucking do it. Alright? Improve yourself, improve your speech. The way we can do this is by slowing it down and speaking our words fully and clearly. And it may sound stupid to you at first, but as time goes by, you will be able to do it more faster and more smoother and more conversation-like, and it will just come out naturally. Like you are a perfect speaker naturally, and we have those type of speakers everywhere. Alright? I'm not one yet, but I want to be. Yes, I do. I want to sound like Alexa when she's a man, or Siri when she's a man, or nobody when they're a British man. Alright? I want to sound perfect. I don't want to be misunderstood ever again. I definitely don't want to be soft-spoken. And I definitely don't want nobody to say, huh, or what, ever again in my life. Because now I am working on something. And that's like a slap in the face if I'm not perfecting it as time goes by. If I'm not gaining more skills at my skill, then what am I doing it for? Then I'm going to have to I'm going to have to revamp things, okay? I'm going to have to rethink my whole program. Because if it's not working for me, how do I expect it to work for you? Okay, and that's the beauty of my program as well. You'll be able to see when you started the course up until modern day times now. You can run a video from then, a clip of it if you want to, watch it, and then come to now, cut 6 days from now, and this is how I'm speaking today. And if you notice the difference within 6 days, imagine what the full course of the full term of the course can do for you. Alright? You can become a speaker, a professional speaker. But at the very least, people will understand you. Alright? And when people understand you, you are present in life, okay? When people are understanding you, you are having a real moment with somebody, okay? If you're having a conversation and you guys are just having repertoire, and I think that's what it's called, repertoire, and you guys are just hitting each moment and understanding each other and in simpatico, that's beautiful. That means you are present today and you are giving your all to be in this moment. And you are trying to be all you can be and speak as clearly as possible so that the other party gets you. And when they get you, it is a beautiful response because they are feeling comfortable now. They're hearing what you're saying. They're understanding you. They're feeling the same way probably, so they can give you feedback, and you can ask each other, are you understanding me clearly? Do I sound weird? Can I work on anything? You guys are comfortable enough now to understand each other that much that you can actually confide in their answers. You can actually listen to their responses, and you can take their criticism better because you guys know together you guys came in perfect harmony and sync whenever you guys had that beautiful conversation and both understood exactly what each other was talking about. Okay, so you guys both felt the same magical I guess connection of properly speaking to each other, okay? A proper communication. And sometimes in these days, you can't get that from hardly anybody. Alright? So if you feel that spark and somebody's listening to you, don't sway off. Don't shrug them off. Give them the respect and listen to them as well. Take in and give back. Alright? It's a give and take action when you are having a conversation. Right now I'm presenting, so I'm not expecting a response back. But if I was, I would have to slow my roll, and I would have to sit there and confirm that you heard me with my silence, so I can get at the very least a head nod, or a smile, or a laugh, or a fucking punch in the face, or whatever it may be. Okay? And that leads to better, all of this is going to lead to better relationships in your life, because you're trying. You're actually trying, and you're putting effort to give somebody a proper conversation. Alright? Before, I used to speak so fast, and I hated it when people would tell me that I was speaking too fast. It was like an insult to me, when I should have been thanking them. Thank you for reminding me to slow down. But after 20 some odd years of the same pattern and getting used to speaking it, it becomes like I'm a training protocol in itself. So I'm training myself and letting myself be this way, and letting myself overlook all of these little cues where people were telling me, they were screaming at me, basically, I can't understand you. Like, shut up, just shut up. That's what they were screaming probably in their head, like, stop, alright, stop. Rewind yourself, you know, like, fix it, go away. Alright, are you away now? Now come back and start over. Okay? So, that is probably what they were screaming in their mind. Alright, because I spoke really, really fast. And I'm still kind of speaking fast right now. But I'm yelling it, so in my mind, I guess I'm trying to run around the loophole of enunciating it, because I could still say that I'm enunciating it because I'm loud. But that's just not going to fly. Alright? It's not going to work that way. I must continue to slow down and enunciate. I'm still a baby at trying to speak professionally, clearly, and efficiently. And I can't get ahead of myself and jump back into my old habits of just going on and on and on and on, faster and faster. My friend, when I would talk to them sometimes, they would be like clawing at the wall trying to get away from me. Like, I swear to God, and like you should see the fear in their eyes. But did I care? No. I just kept, you know, like, so I didn't care. But I was just too excited, and in that moment, I guess, and I was on fast forward. But I would scare some of my poor friends. They would be reaching for the wall. Like if I was like a chihuahua chasing them, barking, and they couldn't understand me because they didn't speak fucking freaky deaky chihuahua. Alright, so don't be like that. Slow it down, enunciate. It's okay. We're not going anywhere. We're going to listen to you. We're actually, you know, I could tell that you're trying to get out the words that you're trying to say. I'm not going to be jeopardying you. I'm not going to be looking at my watch. It is okay. You can enunciate freely with me. And I will appreciate it, and I will enunciate freely with you.
You have to just kind of get a feel on what to use, whether you're ready to service.
Alright? So, next topic. Alright? I mean, the next slide is, here are some tips. I'm just kidding. I said tips with the T-I-P-S. Tips. Like the tip of my nose and the tip of my hose. I'm just kidding. Okay, the tips. Alright? Not like the ones that don't do in the Uber car whenever I make an excuse for it. Anyways, so what you're gonna do is you can set a timer. Alright? You're gonna tell your AI device, hey Grok, I don't know if that's available yet, but I hope that it's out there somewhere listening to me because I'm gonna take that. Hey Alexa, or I don't want to say too loud because that bitch is like, I would be like, Alexa, enunciate, bitch. Look at, we're in class right now. Come on now, jump on board.
When she got, it was alright.
Okay, so here's some tips. So you're gonna set a timer. Set it with Alexa, or set it with Siri, or set it with your goddamn fairy godmother for all I care. Just set a timer for 30 minutes.
But the rest of those sites that they made were
that
good,
way,
like green beans,
you can save it as a 30-minute segment, okay? Like earlier, I started one and I stopped at 9 minutes. And I'm not going to cheat you guys out of a whole fucking 20 minutes.
Do you really?
And I thought I was going to start off at 9 and just give you guys 20 minutes. But I'm going to go full through 30 and I'm going to just, kick that one to the side and maybe start the slideshow again. And
because my mom ordered a tray of all the foods and
but anyways, you're gonna be prepared to speak on the topic of the day. So what I did personally is I created a calendar out of a template on Microsoft Word. Okay, I grabbed January and I erased January where it said January and I put month 1. Alright, and then in the little summary part, I typed in, this is my 30 minutes for 30 days, course to course, blah, 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 where I'm going to list all my ideas and blah, 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 and every single day is going to have an idea, blah, 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 and blah, 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 and by the end of the 30 days, you will never sound like Whip again. Alright, so, you are going to fill in each little square, and each little square is going to be a day. Alright? These are going to be topics that you want to hit, or maybe articles that you want to read to yourself and out loud and on camera. Because right now I have my camera set up and I have my PowerPoint presentation set up. Okay, it is now on the tip slide, so I'm hitting them point by point by point and explaining them and presenting them. That is how this is going right now. Okay, and that is how I've been doing this. Except for sometimes I would have a video, watching it, pausing it, watching it, pausing it, and it was still a PowerPoint video. Excuse me. Watching it, pausing it, watching it, pausing it, okay? And I created these for this purpose, okay? On ideas I already have. Alright, so I have a list of my ideas, my latest ideas, and then I have my journal right here. Alright, sometimes I'll flip through my journal and I'll decide, I'll land on a page and I'll talk about whatever that is. Like for example, this page is textured printing for at-home products. Alright, fur. I wanted to be able to print fur and hair on a piece of paper. Alright, so that I may be able to have a photo that has textures feeling on it. Okay, at-home textured feeling without having to cut, copy, paste, without any of that other bullshit. I wanted an at-home all-in-one printer that can do that for me. Alright, but also I wanted to print out my face on a headshot, and on that headshot I wanted to print out my hair. Alright, or a texture that's going to emphasize my hair. Okay, it's gonna print it out the way it looks. But it's not only going to be able to, you're not only going to be able to see it, you're going to be able to touch it and feel it. And that, my dear, is going to stand out to Kris Jenner. Alright? Whenever I hand her my headshot, and the Kardashians, whenever I hand them my headshot, it is going to stand out, okay? Out of all the other headshots, because I don't see nobody else. It's fucking fur on their face or hair shimmering on their headshots. Do you guys? No. No, 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 and no, right? So I believe that is going to be a great idea. So that is that topic on that journal. So you can do the same thing with your life, okay? You will be able to do that, and you're gonna just write in the calendar whatever you want, okay? Whatever you want, just a topic, okay? Any topic, and then you can even ask Grok or your AI to whip up something for you, a 30-minute presentation, or to whip up a 30-minute long script that you can read, and while you're reading it, you are going to enunciate it. But be sure to include that if it is yours, or cite where you had gotten it from if you plan on publishing it. Alright, but if it's just for your own good, who cares? Okay? But mine, I'm doing it all by just me and with the help of Brock from here and there. Brock will help me out with my presentations here and there, and I will get a lot of stuff from Brock because Brock is the best AI helper that I know of. Okay, the best tool that I know of. Okay, even though he's talked back to me twice, I have it registered in there and I logged it down. But don't worry, he's still my number one. And I still love it, and I still believe it is the best writer's tool out there. Okay. Okay, so the next bullet point says, I will include my scripts from my own enunciation videos and PowerPoint presentations along with them. Meaning, you don't have to do anything but read if you like, okay? So I will include my script and my PowerPoint presentations for you to read from if you like to. So you can perform my presentation that I'm performing, or use my tips and use my PowerPoint presentations if you like. I want to be able to give that to you, and they are my ideas, yes, okay? So don't, I mean, if you can help me with them, sure, I welcome that. You know, I welcome any help I can get. Because, I mean, personally, I'm not one that is good at, I never really been focused on money, so I mean, if you're like a money person, that's great. Maybe we could team up. I think I'll be great with a money person because I have all the ideas. Usually I use my brain, and I use my goals are not focused on money. That's probably why I don't have it. But
when the sales were on,
I have high-end skills now, and I feel that I'm smarter than ever, and I feel like I have way more to offer. And I can make a lot of money if I wanted to, if I focused on that. But that's just, it just never really clicked into my head to focus on that because I have bigger things to work on, like fixing yours and my speech. And it's not for profit, it's just for I guess, because I want the world to be a better, efficient, smarter, beautiful place for our own future. And for our kids if we have futures, okay? I want them to be smarter, and I want it to be more efficient, and I want us all to be able to understand each other and work in perfect harmony and synergize. Alright, so read business plans, get comfortable with speaking numbers, okay? So I created some business plans with the help of Rock, of course. We whipped some up. I also learned this in college, the business plans, alright? So what you're going to learn to do is make sure you learn how to speak numbers. Alright, because some people that are focused on money, that's what they like to hear. They like to hear numbers. Like, I want to hear the numbers. How much does it cost? What is it going to be? And when? They like to hear numbers and good solid facts, alright? That is what they look for, and a lot of times their purchases are what they're about, you know? The numbers, the figures, the facts, alright? So that is just not me. But you have to learn how to read them at least. At the very least, learn how to read 10K or 10,000 or 100,000. Learn how to read that in a comfortable way. And learn how to read them out of a business plan, like your projections and your Q4s and all of that stuff, okay? Your projected revenue, and just learn how to read that in a professional manner and then enunciate that. So whenever those terms do come to you in real life, you can say them smoothly and confidently, okay? And just that alone will give others the idea that you are confident and you know about your financials. Alright, and try to stay away from any ums. I know I say a lot, but see, it's not gonna go away right away. But you got to try to stay away from it. So stay away from any ums. It looks like it looks like uncertainty. It looks like confusion. It looks like you don't know what you're talking about. It looks unprepared. And most of all, it looks fucking sloppy. So do not say anymore. Alright? Alright? Okay. That is it for this presentation tonight. That was 30 minutes a day for 30 days. Enunciation course with Nicholas Joseph Rosales. Good night. Still got 37 seconds. 37 seconds. Alright, I can do a countdown. That'll help us with our numbers, right? I'm going to do a countdown. 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60. That is 30 minutes for Nicholas. Thank you. Bye.